ठीक है। विल स्टार्ट विद द प्रेयर्स फर्स्ट, है ना? ओके। श्री गणेशाय नमः। ॐ जप कुसुम संकाशम काश्यपेयं मारुतिं तमोरिं सर्वपापगनं प्रणतोऽस्मि दिवाकरम्। ॐ दधिशङ्ख तुषाराभ्यं क्षीरोदार्णवसम्भवम् नमामि शशिनं सोमं शम्भोर्मुकुटभूषणम्। ॐ धरणीगर्भसम्भूतं विद्युत्कान्तिसमप्रभं कुमारं शक्तिहस्तं च मङ्गलं प्रणमम्यहम्। ॐ प्रियङ्गुकलिकाश्यामं रूपेणां प्रतिमं बुधं सौम्यं सौम्यगुणोपीतं तं बुद्धं प्रणमम्यहम्। ॐ देवानां च ऋषीणां च गुरु काञ्चन सन्निभं बुद्धिभूतं त्रिलोकेशं तं नमामि बृहस्पतिम्। ॐ हिमकुण्ड मृडालाभं दैत्यानां परमं गुरुं सर्वशास्त्रप्रवक्तारं भार्गवं प्रणमाम्यहम्। ॐ नीलाञ्जनं समाभासं रविपुत्रं यमाग्रजं छायामार्तण्डसम्भूतं तं नमामि शनैश्वरम्। ॐ अर्धकायं महावीर्यं चन्द्रादित्यविमर्दनं सिंहिकागर्भसम्भूतं तं राहु प्रणमाम्यहम्। ॐ पलाशपुष्पाशङ्काशं तारकाग्रमस्तकं रौद्रं रौद्रात्मकं घोरं तं केतु प्रणमाम्यहम् इति श्रीवेदव्याससूक्तम् आदित्यादिनवग्रस्तोत्र सम्पूर्णम्। शम शम शम। Okay. So where was I? Yes, Dhanishta. तो ये तो मैं क्या बता रहा था? So this was interesting thing that I was looking into, और वो ऐसा क्लिक हुआ मेरे दिमाग में, was something the concept. Remember we talked about the concept of expansion in Swati, like cosmic expansion, फैलाव की वजह से, like ना ब्रह्मा will be the, like ना a beach would be Rohini, and the expansion of it will be like na Swati. Yeah, beach will be Brahma, right? Brahmand. And
हाँ।
Adra ka हमारा था कि disturbance. It's a disturbance
हम्म,
that got created and expansion happened and all those things we were discussing. And then from that we like ना said कि okay, sound get created, how sounds get created, वो भी वाला concept हम देख रहे थे. So also I see this thing of compression and expansion. ठीक है, कोई भी चीज कंप्रेस हो सकती है, एक्सपैंड हो सकती है. And this is it's a Shakti actually. It's a Siddhi. What Hanumanji had. And he could compress his size and expand its size. And that's a very unique thing that like na no other deity is mentioned. Like ना आप देखो ना कोई भी ऐसा कोई देवी देवता दूसरा नहीं है जिसमें बोला गया कि उनका साइज छोटा या बड़ा हो सकता है ना, मस्तक समान रूप कपिधर है. तो वो चीज क्वालिटी सिर्फ हनुमान जी के अंदर में है. एंड दैट इज एग्जैक्टली व्हाट द क्वालिटी ऑफ वायु इज ऑल्सो, राइट? वायु भी तुम्हारी कंप्रेस एंड एक्सपैंड होने में केपेबल होती है. एंड सी लिक्विड यू कैन नॉट कंप्रेस इट एक्चुअली. इफ यू कंप्रेस इट इट विल गेट सॉलिडिफाइड, लाइक ना वो स्टेट चेंज कर देती है. गैस अपने ही स्टेट में रहते हुए कंप्रेस हो सकता है, एक ऐसा यूनिक फीचर सिर्फ वायु के अंदर ही है. एंड दैट इज व्हाट आई वाज लाइक ना थिंकिंग अबाउट कि दैट्स वाओ, दैट्स अ वेरी यूनिक थिंग दैट हैव. एंड द धनिष्ठा एज अ लगन, हनुमान जी का होने की वजह से, मतलब मंगल एज अ एक्सॉल्टेशन पॉइंट होने की वजह से, ही हैज दिस शक्ति ऑफ लाइक ना एक्सपैंड एंड कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. And that is the what Vayu also is capable of doing so. So that is what I was. And if you understand, Swati then also becomes the male genitalia. That's also a form of compression and expansion that happens in as a bodily way में अगर हम शरीर के रूप में देखा जाए. And the other thing is that the star that is there, like na Arcturus, in that the Arcturus का जो star, it's in the constellation of Bootes. So Bootes का जो constellation है, उसके अंदर में भी this Arcturus will be falling, like if I, yeah. So this is the Bootes constellation. The Arcturus resides exactly like na to the genital area of the Bootes constellation. So representing the same thing, theme of male over there also. So same again, जो चीज है. So that is where like this ayamas, the Bharni becomes the yoni part and the Swati becomes the male part, counterpart of Bharni as a anti thing. And that is where one is like na one is seeking, Swati becomes the independence part. Like na Swati का अंदर वायु है, it's about expansion, independent, moving, सारा like everything. And Bharni becomes this contraction part, like ना जिसमें restrict, restrained and like ना बांधने का बात आ जाता है, फिर ये सारी चीजें होती हैं. So that's a very beautifully. I was like na looking into like that's very nice. That's very nice to understand. Like na, have this understanding. So that is what I was thinking. So man, okay. So yes. So basically, sound is also gets like na created by compression and expansion. If you understand anything that get compressed and expand, it can produce sound. Like ना तबला भी आप देखिए तो वो compression की वजह से ही compression and expansion की वजह से वो sound create करता है. That is also one theme that is there with Sati being in the 10th house, producing Dhanishta. Yes. So yeah. Coming to Shatabhisha. Shatabhisha Nakshatra. Have you heard of this nakshatra?
मतलब नाम तो सुना है, राहु का नक्षत्र होता है जो शतभिषा, मतलब उसके 100 पार्ट्स हैं, ऐसे कुछ है।
बीशज एक वर्ड था, कहीं तुमको याद हो? बीशज हमने कहाँ वर्ड सुना था? मतलब शत मीन्स 100, बीशज मीन्स व्हाट? We ever came across the word बीशज?
वो किया था एक जगह जहां हम रक्त बीज पढ़ रहे थे।
नहीं मैं नहीं, कहीं तो नाम किसी नक्षत्र के नामों में से एक नाम बीशज नाम है. खड़का, पन्ने खड़का, नोट्स खड़का, देखो कहीं के नाम में आता है. नाम लिखे हैं, मतलब नाम लिखते हो कि नहीं तुम लोग, कोई जगह दूसरे नाम हो तो देखो कोई नक्षत्र का नाम बीशज है क्या? टाप लो, मीनाक्षी जी टाप लो. क्या ऐसे से देखते कि क्या लिख क्या रहे हो?
अरे जो लिखा है इस पे यही लिख रही हूँ, यही तो
जो
फिर रिवाइज
पह-
करती हूँ ना मैं।
जो पहले बोला है बोले वो तो करो.
अरे
पहले
वो
बताओ.
मेरे को मिलेगा ही नहीं ना, इसलिए नहीं देख रही हूँ मुझे, मतलब वो पता है कि मेरे
भाई
पास नहीं है, तो मैं उधर क्यों टाइम लगाऊं।
इतने दुष्ट हो.
अरे नहीं है मेरे पास, सच में नहीं है। अनटिल अनलेस आपने ऐसे शीट लगा के हमें दिया होगा तो मैंने नोट किया होगा, ये विशेष वाला मेरे को नहीं याद कि आपने ऐसे शीट लगा के दिया है, क्योंकि
See,
ये मैं लिख लेती हूँ।
in the nakshatra of Vishakha, I talked about BCG. In Canada, it means doctor, medicine, curing and healing. In the nakshatra of Vishakha, it is there. ठीक है, तो बीशज मीन्स समट अब डॉक्टर, हीलर, मेडिसिन, क्योर, एवरीथिंग. समझे? So we did talked about it before. So now over here, the nakshatra name is Shata Bishaj, मतलब 100 healers. And that's a very beautiful thing ना, right? जब हम लोग ने dissecting chart करना शुरू किया था, so we didn't realize that it will end up so beautifully like ना coming like this way. कि how the nakshatra name and this thing, every nakshatra will start falling into place if we just use this concept of Shatabhisha, like every nakshatra dissecting. So yeah, Shatabhisha, मतलब 100 healers. Bishaj means healers, doctors, cure, medicine practitioners, everybody. So that is what. shatabhisha means what is the range it lies? It lies mainly in the Aquarius region, right?
100
Aquarius
healers,
6
na?
degree. Yes. It lies in the Aquarius region. 6 degree 40 minutes से लेके 20 degree तक. The whole middle portion of the Aquarius Rashi. Bishaja Shakti, again, power to heal, support. है ना? That is the same Shaktis to heal and support. Symbol is given as a empty circle, a circular thing. कड़ा भी कह सकते हैं इसको, empty circle भी कह सकते हैं, circular loop, है ना, hula loop कह सकते हैं, or 100 flowers or stars, 100 stars or 100 flowers. So that is also one of this thing. Sorry. One thing is the female animal is like not female animal. The animal symbology is related to female horse. ठीक है. And body part में the jaw and the right thigh. It says the tree that is associated is the kadam ka tree. ठीक है. Kadam ka tree है. Sound is ga sa si so. Color is bluish green. Let's look into others' name. What are the names that are given? Like anapati. Anapati means to breathe out or to expire. It means that anapati, and also means sorry, apanapati. It's not anapati, apanapati. So it means pranvayu, apanvayu. That is what it means, right? Pranvayu, this was the vayu, and the apanvayu was the lower. So exhalation wala part. So breathe out, so expired. So the lower breath region bhi keh sakte hain. So the next word name is given as Chatayam, is derived from an old Bengali word chatayam, means to spread out and to make bigger. So basically, again, the basically because you have to understand the spread out and all these names are coming because of Swati also. Yes, Swati ka, because this is again a second, third Rahu rule nakshatra, Adra, Swati, and Shatabhisha. So again, the name similar to Shatayam is to spread out to make it bigger. Okay. So that is what it means. Then the other names given to is Jalesha, Jalapati, Niresha. ठीक है, तो अभी तुमको मालूम है किसी का नाम नीरज हो, ठीक है, नीरेश हो, है ना, तो दैट इज ऑल मीन्स लॉर्ड ऑफ द ओशन, लॉर्ड ऑफ द ओशन. Padmanabham. Padmanabhan is a very famous name, like na, it's given to Lord Vishnu. It means lotus in the navel, or the navel with a lotus. Okay, it's one of the names of the also name of one of the 100 sons of Dashrata, Dhritarashtra. Okay, so we will have to think why would somebody be called as a Padmanabham? कमल नयनम पद्मनाभम ऐसा बोलते हैं ना सब, अलग अलग नाम से. सो यू हैव टू नाउ थिंक अ वेरी यूनिक वे से, जैसे कि हम लोग करते आए थे लिखना. रिमेम्बर वी वर ट्राइंग टू लुक एट देवी एंड एनिमल सिंबोलॉजी, लिखना उसका 6th हाउस में बैठा हुआ एनिमल, हाउ इट वाज देयर. एंड देयर वाज आल्सो वन थिंग दैट आई मेंशनड वाज लाइक व्हाट विल बी ऑन द टॉप ऑफ द हेड. Like Krishna ji had more punk always on his top of the head. So Krishna ji will be Rohini. Rohini ke pehle will be like the Kritika Nakshatra that will become the head. And Kritika Nakshatra is related to peacock, right? Peacock is the animals and like symbology over there, and peacocks more punk is on the head. And same way we looked into Adra. Adra se pehle what will be there, like Namrikshara Nakshatra, and we were like seeing Lalat pe Chandrama and all those things we were trying to look into. So we'll have to think now, why Padmanabhan? Why would somebody be called as Padmanabhan? Right? Nabhi के हिस्से को Padmanabhan.
क्योंकि वहां से बोलते हैं ना सारी वो ब्लड वेसल्स अटैच हैं, मे बी इसलिए सारी.
We don't blood vessel, वो तो सब वो हो गया ना, in the sense की practical बातें हो गई. We are trying to look into the terms of chart, कि वो chart में ऐसा क्या है. तो lotus navel, lotus in the navel.
तो यहीं से जितने भी बाकी की राशियां हैं वो लिंक्ड है या ओरिजिनेट हो रही हैं।
थिंक अबाउट फर्स्ट थिंक, इतना आसान होता ना तो ऐसा मुंह उत्तर नहीं आ जाता ना।
Fifth house में something, some nakshatra should be there which is to do with lotus.
मे बी, मे बी,
Astrology आएगी वैसे।
मे बी, let's see, if you want we can see what is there. We have mrikshira adra. Mrikshira adra, nothing else.
मृगशिरा की नाभि में ही वो होता है ना, कस्तूरी।
Okay,
नहीं, पर इससे क्या लेना देना है।
ठीक है, that's a question to think. We don't know कि अभी आंसर तुरंत ही आ जाएगा. This is something we can keep on thinking and maybe one day. The next name is prachetas, meaning the prescience, the one who can see the events before even they happen. मतलब जो भविष्य देख सकता है. That is also shatabhisha. Then we have shatabhaja. That again shatabhaja means same shatabhisha का नाम है. Then we have sada chibya. Chibya. Sada chibya is an Arabic name meaning luck for home. Satara means 100. Shatarakam meaning possessing 100 star. Shatavika, Shatvishakhai, and Shatabhishaj both all means like 100 healers. See this name, Shatavishakhai. Shatavishakhai. That is a name that it is giving to 100 healers, meaning the 100 healers. Then we have Satya Devi, another name for Durga and Sita. Sadhyam, merciful, kindly, gentle, or gradually. Then we have other name as Varuna and Varunabham. So that is the name of Lord of the Ocean. His name is Varuna. Okay, so these are the names that is given to this thing. Important name, Shata Vishakha. What does this tells you? This is something to do that understanding, that creating an understanding where like, you understand कि भाई जो विशाख जो this, see this area 1 2 3 4, if we make the natural chart like normal chart from starting from Aries then Bharni and all those things, what nakshatra will fall in this place? This place.
फिर से पूछना सवाल।
If we start making from Ashwini, then Bharni,
हाँ हाँ
Kritika in
हाँ।
this way, then what nakshatra will fall in this place?
अश्विनी से करेंगे तो 4 डिग्री में आपका आता है केप्रिकॉन में, उत्तराषाढ़ा पड़ेगा।
Yes, correct.
ठीक है।
Uttarashada will be
और
the nakshatra that will be falling in that region, right? And that is what we understood at the time of like na Uttarashada को समझते समय, that is the exactly uh, having the essence of sorry, having the essence of winning, like na to win, to जीतने के लिए
हम्म,
जो चीज है. So what you have something that already have achieved or you are here to achieve it. You know, Purva Shada and then Uttarashada, same as Purva Falguni, whatever you have as a previous thing, and then you are here to win it over in this birth. Okay. So that is why Vishakha becomes like na very like na this all the nakshatra that falls in this region will become very prominently somebody to achieve it, to go after it, that nakshatra. So that is why it reflects in the name also. Shatabisha, which region would you consider? So this was Dhanishta, है ना? And moving further, we would be start coming to see the Pegasus head. And this is the region, like na, the bottle region, the circular, the thing that is said, right? Circular object है या circular वो है. That is also over here only there 100 stars का concept बता रहे कि there is a cluster of stars and 100 stars and like that. That is what this is the region where shatabhisha forms, right below the head of the Pegasus constellation. There is another constellation. We will have to look if there is another theme related to something to Pegasus or not. But yeah, that is the region where it falls. So, is there any prominent star? No, there is not a very prominent star. So, as the number goes, 100 stars. So, water port. So, only the constellation, the brightest among will be Gamma Aquarii. Gamma Aquarius will be, I think, this one. Yeah, this one will be the brightest star, lying close to the constellation of musical ability, spiritual. That is what it says. ठीक है. The tree that is associated is the kadam tree. Like, have you heard about kadam tree? कदम ट्री की कोई पूजा होती है? कदम का पेड़ नहीं सुना कभी?
नहीं।
हे भगवान, तो भी लोग कदम का पेड़ तो यार फेमस नाम है, मतलब काफी इंडिया में तो सुनते आते हैं. ठीक है, ठीक है. तो दिखाना भी पड़ेगा कदम का पेड़. It's like this. It has these flowers in it and ये ऐसे फ्लावर्स होते हैं उसके अंदर में. ठीक है. इट्स अ नॉर्मल लाइक ना, आई स्पेशली नॉर्थ इंडिया में तो इजीली मिल जाता है. कदम का लकड़ी मतलब बहुत इस्तेमाल होता है एज अ फर्नीचर और ये सब चीज़ों में यूज होने के लिए. सो दैट इज व्हाई इट्स अ वेरी पॉपुलर ट्री. एनीबडी हु इज इनटू वुड थिंग ना, जब आम की लकड़ी होती है, कदम का मतलब जो
फेब्रिफ्यूज क्या
पॉश.
होता है?
ये चीज
फेब्रिफ्यूज प्रॉपर्टीज ये क्या होता है?
ये कहाँ से, मतलब ये सवाल कहाँ से आ रहा है मुझे ये भी.
पार्क में आपने लिखा है ना यूजेस में.
Febrifuge. Let's look at this meaning. तुम क्या टापा टाप मचाए पड़ी है क्या? जो दिख रहा पड़ा. So it's basically it's a febrifuge is to reduce the fever.
अच्छा समझ गई.
हाँ, it's a property. अच्छा, it's a property.
एंटीपायरेटिक हो गया ना. हाँ.
हाँ, correct.
मैं तो पेड़ ही
It is.
ढूंढ रही
क्या कह रही है तू?
मतलब पेड़ दिखेगा तो पता चलेगा ना कैसा पेड़ है, रटने से क्या फायदा.
अरे वो दिख जाएगा वो.
I
अभी
showed you
मैं
ना
भूल.
this one यार. I showed you ना
नहीं, वो
this.
हमें हमें स्क्रीन में सिर्फ बुक दिख रही है.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Sorry. I लगता है मैंने share screen नहीं किया है. Yeah, now can you see it?
हम्म. हाँ तो ये मैंने
तुझे मैं
गूगल.
बुक.
ये तो भैया मैंने देखा ही नहीं कभी.
नहीं, मेरे को अब इसके लीव्स देख के लग रहा है मैंने देखा है किधर तो इसे, पर ये
देखा
ये ऐसा
होगा
ऐसा
ऐसा नहीं.
ऐसा पत्ती वत्ती ये मतलब ऐसा फूल तो मैंने देखा ही नहीं है.
फूल नहीं है, ये फ्रूट होता है ये इसका.
हाँ,
चल फ्रूट सही जो
okay,
भी है ये मैंने नहीं देखा है.
कोई नहीं. That's fine. So ठीक है. मे बी समडे कभी घूमने जाना ऋषिकेश विशेष साइड में तो तुमको वहां पे इजिली मिल जाएगा ये सब पेड़. ठीक है.
ठीक है.
तो ये इसका काढ़ा भी बना के पीते थे पहले बुखार उखार के लिए, लेकिन ना बहुत काम आता है इसका कदम का पेड़ का. मेनली फ्रूट इज बीन यूज्ड अलॉट, लाइक ना उसका फ्लावर बहुत ज्यादा यूज होता है, फ्लूट जिसको बोलते हैं, ठीक है, एंटी डायरियल लैक्सेटिव की तरह से यूज होता है। इस तरह इसके लिए इम्पोर्टेंट है, और पेट साफ करने के लिए काफी इम्पोर्टेंट पेड़ हो जाता है ये, ठीक है।
मतलब
और
डायरिया और कॉन्स्टिपेशन दोनों को ठीक कर रहा है ये कैसे?
मतलब इट्स बेसिकली वो फ्रूट स्टमक रिलेटेड इश्यूज सारे रिजॉल्व करने के लिए सक्षम हो जाता है बेसिकली।
नहीं, पर मैं ये समझ नहीं पा रही हूँ, एंटी डायरियल भी है और लेक्सेटिव भी है, ये दोनों मतलब ऑपोजिट चीजें है ना, ये कैसे दोनों काम कर रहा है?
अब भाई वो, अब आई कैन नॉट कमेंट ऑन दैट, लाइक आस्क आयुर्वेदिक प्रैक्टिशनर कि व्हाई इट्स लाइक दैट, बट इट इज नोन फॉर इट, एक फ्रूट बेसिक, मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि पेट ही सही करता है, तो दैट इज व्हाई इट मे बी बोथ द थिंग्स। स्टमक सही हो गया तो फिर दोनों ठीक हो जाएगा, ऐसा करके। यस, कदम के पेड़ के नीचे जो कृष्ण और राधे कृष्ण का फोटो आता है ना, तो दैट इज ऑलवेज बिलो द कदम ट्री। आई डोंट नो हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू नो कि वो कदम के नीचे का एक बहुत फेमस वो है। लेट मी सी।
हाँ, इसमें when I googled तो निकले थे थोड़े से ऐसे फोटो।
यस,
तो ये वृंदावन में ही देखा है फिर।
हाँ, करेक्ट करेक्ट, सो बताया ना, वो इट्स अ फेमस ट्री, इट्स नॉट अ
रिसेंट ट्रैवल में ही कहीं देखा है, ये वृंदावन में ही देखा है।
see all this arts thing, right? See, all over there is a kadam tree depiction only.
अच्छा।
See, yes, ये जितने भी arts forms है ना, everywhere it is kadam tree depiction, depicted as kadam tree. See, under the kadam tree and all. So that is why it is significant tree. लेकिन मतलब वही, तुम लोग को जब नहीं भी सुना तो फिर I was like कि बाप रे. So that is what is there. सो कृष्ण जी का कनेक्शन तो है यहाँ पे, राधे कृष्ण जी का कनेक्शन है, ये भी एक बात तय होती है, ठीक है। other things are there are various studies also, like now pharmacological studies that we've done, antioxidant property, anti-inflammatory effects, antimicrobial activities, all those things. It's an ongoing research that is still working on people are working on it. Yes, coming to shatabhisha as a scriptures, like ना shatabhisha क्या बोलते हैं उसके बारे में, as brihat prashra following come under the star shatabhisha: snarers, anglers, aquatic products, dealers of fish, etc., bore hunters, washermen, okay, distillers and flowers.
पाउलर्स। पाउलर्स।
हाँ, पावलर्स, ठीक है। In if Shatabisha, he will be an astrologer, tranquil, sparing in diet and daring, sparring in diet. Okay, curative measures started now will move effective. रसायन, मतलब क्या करना चाहिए उस दिन पे, as per Yavan Jatak, the Shatabisha person will be always be firm mind, be cruel, be valorous, does the duties of abundant courage, but gets less benefit of all the activities undertaken. The native has the mind to do auspicious duties in life leading to punya. Okay. As per Horasara, the person born in Shatabisha Nakshatra will be foul mouth, a cheat, will lose his son and brothers, be wealthy, dependent, and fickle minded. He will be miserly disposition, cunning, and destroy the enemies. So Horasara says a lot of negative things. Uh, Javan Jatak also says a little bit cruel minded. Take duties will not get like less benefits of all the activities undertaken. ठीक है, we'll see as the scriptures mentioned. Female horse. So where is the male horse?
एकदम स्वाति वाती नहीं होगा नहीं?
स्वाति वाती में ही होगा।
नहीं, उसमें तो मेल बुफेलो है।
हाँ तो दोनों मेल हॉर्स। मुझे तो याद है, तुम लोग दो।
जस्ट पहले वाले में बताते हैं। हम्म, नहीं। पहले के में ना मैंने कईयों में लिखे नहीं है, तो इसलिए मेरे को मिल नहीं रहा है।
टेल मी विच नक्षत्र इज रिलेटेड टू हॉर्स।
और से ये हमारा पहला वाला अश्विनी।
ये हमारा पहला वाला। Yes, so over there only male horse came, right? So वहीं पे उसका animal symbology is male horse. ठीक है.
अच्छा।
So basically that is male horse, this is female horse. So it tells you an inherent connection with Ashwini as well. ठीक है. And if you make Ashwini as a Lagan, then you should be seeing like the nakshatra of Shatabhisha going in the 11th house. Yes? है ना? Ashwini
तो
Lagan
ये तो
बनाओ.
1/7 में आने चाहिए थे, तो 1/11 में आ रहे हैं।
ये किसने कहा कि 1/7 में आना चाहिए भाई?
क्यों?
ये किस
मेल
ये
फीमेल
नियम
कनेक्शन से बोल रही हूँ मैं।
कुछ भी कनेक्शन है, कोई कोई एनिमल का नहीं है ऐसा, किसी भी एनिमल
हाँ।
का नहीं है एक्सेप्ट फॉर दैट आद्रा। आद्रा का मेल डॉग फीमेल डॉग ऐसा ही है बस, उसके अलावा और किसी में भी ऐसा नहीं है। सी एनिमल लेवल पे कनेक्शन होना मेल हॉर्स फीमेल हॉर्स, दैट टेल्स यू कि योनि के लेवल, यानी कि द मून साइड इज वेरी सिंपल सेम। समझ रहे हो? द मेंटल थिंकिंग
अच्छा।
पैटर्न इज वेरी सिमिलर टू व्हाट द अदर थिंग इज। ठीक है, योनि का अर्थ यही होता है। इट डज नॉट मीन्स कि यू हैव टू सी। Yeah, so Shatabisha will fall in the 11th house when Ashwini is rising. So that is what, again, an inherent connection that is there. Yeah, simple Aries देखोगे तो Aquarius 11th में ही रहेगा ना, सभी सोच सकते हो।
हम्म।
तो बस फिर तो एक male, there is a inherent connection between animals. If you see, like male cat, female cat. So like male cat will be Punarvasu, female cat is Ashlesha. So this way. So वो बताता है कि पुनर्वसु अश्लेषा में कनेक्शन है। ठीक है, मेल स्नेक इज वाज दिस थिंग, रोहिणी। ठीक है, मेल स्नेक वाज रोहिणी। द मृगशिरा आल्सो हैज अ फीमेल स्नेक एज अनदर सिंबल। तो दोनों के बीच में कनेक्शन है। सो कभी कभी बाजू में है, कभी अलग है, कभी है। मेल हॉर्स, फीमेल हॉर्स, मेल बफेलो, फीमेल बफेलो, मेल डियर, फीमेल डियर, इस तरीके से वेरियस कॉम्बिनेशन वो, कि इन द सेंस इंटरनल लेवल पे दे आर सेम एज अ थिंकिंग वाइज, देयर ड्राइज आर सेम, देयर मोटिवेशन इज सेम। ठीक है, मून के लेवल। So what is special about female horses? First of all, their gestation period. Uh, they carry for at least 11 months a baby. So that is very unique with female horses. बट हम लोग ने पढ़ा अश्विनी वाला एज अश्विनी कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स वी वर लुकिंग इनटू कि कई बार बच्चे प्री बॉर्न भी होते हैं, है ना, 9 महीने से कम के अंदर में हो जाते हैं। ये भी एक देखा था चीज है। बट फीमेल हॉर्स के अंदर दैट वाज मेल हॉर्स कॉन्सेप्ट बट एट द टाइम, लेकिन फीमेल हॉर्स का जेस्टेशन पीरियड इज मच लॉन्गर, लाइक ना 11 मंथ कंपेयर टू 9 मंथ्स, जो कि एक नॉर्मल ह्यूमन बीइंग का होता है। यस, सीजनल ब्रीडिंग लाइक ना दैट cycle is there, but so as a female horse, there is a huge maternal instincts also that is there with the female horse thing. Was and like ना ये सब चीजें तो अपने जानते ही हैं. Unique hormones. Yes, males produce a unique set of hormones. So female horses को males भी बोलते हैं. Produce a unique set of hormones during pregnancy, including equine chronotic gan ganoadropin,
कोरियोनिक गोनेडोट्रोपिन, कोरियोनिक गोनेडोट्रोपिन,
chorionic goniotic, ठीक है, which helps to
कोरियोन
maintain pregnancy and
हाँ.
stimulate the development of fetus. So it's a unique hormone that is there. So it gives unique, must have been unique, giving unique capabilities. Well, इसके बारे में देखूंगा थोड़ा सा कि what is there. ठीक है. The term mare tail refers to the type of cloud formation that resembles the following tail of a mirror. The phrase highlights the poetic connection with the maze and the nature. Okay. Oh, that's not the thing. ठीक है. Main, I think the important point was the gestation period that is there, and the rest is all similar to what male horses would also be have in fact, like speed, agility, quick, swift, है ना, बहुत ज्यादा सोचना नहीं, तुरंत चीजों के लिए हो जाना, वॉर के लिए यूज होना. And then you remember there is also one very mythologies में there is a story of Trojan, you know, there is a war called Trojan War,
ट्रोजन, हाँ हाँ हाँ.
right? Over there also there's a huge concept of horse, right? मालूम है story was Trojan horse की, like ना what happened to, no? Okay.
हाँ वो ना
So
हॉर्स, हॉर्स ही तो बनाते हैं, उसके अंदर पूरी वो छुप जाते हैं, वो उनकी पूरी
correct.
ना.
So there is a
हाँ
theme of deception, yeah. So I
हाँ
think Apuroj is clueless over here. So so there was a war actually, ठीक है. So war में क्या होता है कि there were two states, कह लीजिए ऐसा, they were separated by sea, ठीक है. तो one of their warriors, लिखना, एक स्टेट का वॉरियर जा करके दूसरे स्टेट वाले की रानी को विवाह करके लेके चलाता है. रानी वांटेड टू मैरी दिस गाय एंड दे वर लाइक इंडिया पाकिस्तान, समझ रहे हैं ना, पूरा नहीं पट्टा था दोनों के बीच में, एंड दे लाइक ना ब्रिंग दैट डाउन. सो देन व्हाट हैपेंस कि जो ये वाले स्टेट वाले थे वो वॉर रेज कर देते हैं, एंड दे कम विथ ऑल शिप्स एंड ऑल, लाइक ना पूरे उनके, इट्स अ कोस्टल स्टेट, ठीक है. They start like na having fight. So what they do is they first fight. They think that they won't be able to win it, so they close down their doors. ठीक है, वो उनके किले के दरवाजे वो बंद कर लेते थे. It's very difficult to break a like na fortress like situation. So they sieged it for some day, for like maybe a month or two, and they then like na they what they did is they just left, and they left with a huge horse, a huge wooden carved horse, like na, and as they said, like it's a gift from our deity or a gift to the deity, like ना वहाँ पे उनका एक मंदिर होता है बाहर, and they just keep that horse over there. It's a kind of a gift to the deity. So everybody like now in that started celebrating that we won, and like na, like that thing. And then they what they do is this in the celebration they take that horse inside the capital, and they just like na dance and like na sing around that horse. ठीक है. Just a
उसने देखी होगी ट्रोजन वॉर, मूवी बनी है इस पे तो बड़ी सारी फेमस है.
yeah, it's a famous movie. ठीक है.
हाँ
So that is so then when they start, so in the night when everybody is going to sleep, they open up the horse like from the inside, and they all the warriors that were there actually hidden inside the horse, and then they ravage the city and take the capital like that, and they do things. So that was one of the like very in Helena was some the name of the princess or
हाँ,
something.
हेलेना क्वीन को ही तो ले जाता है.
Yes. So that was the story of like how they deceived into a war and how they won it. So that is very influential, very related to wars. So yeah, horses. अश्विनी का अर्थ भी यही था, लेकिन अश्विनी सेना मतलब दे कॉल इट अशोहनी सेना, यानी कि हाउ मेनी नंबर्स ऑफ लाइक ना रथी, लाइक ना आर्टरी मैन कितने आपके पास हैं, कितने फुट वाले हैं, वो सब का एक मापदंड होता था, जो कि महाभारत काल में यूज होता था एज अ मेजर। ठीक है। वरुणा, so Varuna is one of the solar deity. He is one of the sons of Aditi and one of the 12 Adityas. So he is also known as like na Varuna. So Varuna, Mitra, Indra, ठीक है, Savitur, all these are mentioned in the Vedas like na on the same this thing. And Mitra and Varuna is always considered like na friends, very close friends, and always Ariman, Mitra and Varuna are always called together, and Ariman and Varuna are also called together. So that is also there. So Ariman is of Ultra Falguni, Varuna is of the Shatabhisha, but both represent tangents actually. Ultra Falguni is totally opposite to what Shatabhisha is. We'll come to that part aspect actually. ठीक है. So basically, Varuna is the sea god. He rules the sea, the ocean, the water. ठीक है. That is what he's related to. So there are other sea gods mentioned, right? You have heard of Poseidon, right? In Greek mythology, Poseidon was the lord of the oceans. Aquaman, very famous nowadays, like Aquaman, people think, and he's always holding a trident like thing. That is also related to Varuna themes only. So let's see any there is any story, like those are stories that are related to Poseidon and Greek mythology. So Poseidon का जो birth होता है, so basically he's one of the 6 Olympian deities born on to Cronus and Rhea. Cronus was not like half human, half animal kind of thing. According to myth, Cronus, fearing a fearing a prophecy that he would be overthrown by one of his children, swallowed them at birth. However, Rhea managed to save the youngest child. Zeus tricked the Cronus into swallowing uh, stone instead. So it's a part of like Cronus is one of the Zeus was the son of Cronus, मतलब basically. So Cronus is basically one of the starting gods, जो origin के time की बात हो रही है. So that is where he is there. And Cronus was killed by his youngest child Zeus, and Zeus is actually later becoming the like the Indra. He's the main god, main deity in the Greek mythology. So Cronus is the father of Zeus, and Zeus kills his own father. That is the story that is there. Zeus eventually grew up and forced Cronus to dislodge his siblings, मतलब उनके पेट में जितने भी सिबलिंग थे, and these are the names like ना Hesia, Demeter, Hera, Hades, and Poseidon. Together, they waged 10 years wars against the Titans, ultimately defeating them, establishing the rule of the Olympian. After the victory, the world was divided among the 3 brothers. Zeus took the sky. ठीक है, Zeus took the sky. Hades took the underworld. Poseidon was given the dominance over the seas. So Zeus sky, Poseidon ocean, and the Hades was given the underworld. Poseidon realms extended to all bodies of water, and he was often depicted with a trident, a three-pronged spear that is used to stir the waters and cause the storm and earthquake. ठीक है, so that's the origin story. Then there are other story where Poseidon wanted to marry like na goddess called Amphrite. She was also known as sea goddess, and over there she had like daughters Nereus and Doris. Initially Amphrite fled from Poseidon's, like she did wanted to marry Poseidon actually, like na, but later one dolphin, so we actually this story in the Dhanishta actually. है ना, वहां पे फिर then later he send a dolphin to like now pursue and talk to Amphitrite, and dolphin was successful, and Poseidon was very happy with the dolphin, and he set him to a constellation, made in a constellation called Delphinus, right? So that is what Dhanishta was there. Poseidon and Amphitrite had several children, including a Triton, Rhodes, and Bethany Skymane, a sea nymph associated with land of Rhodes. And I don't think this is very important. Uh, Other marriages and love. Poseidon, like many other gods, had numerous affairs. Various goddesses and immortals. Some notable relationships. Demeter. Poseidon pursues Demeter's, who turned into a mare to avoid him. Poseidon transformed into a stallion and fathered the horse Arion and Nymph. Does that sound similar?
क्या?
कुछ Does that sound similar? मतलब कुछ सुना सुना सा नहीं लग रही?
Also interesting and father the news. हाँ मतलब इस ये सन और अश्विनी वाली कहानी है ना.
Correct, correct. That's the same story.
हम्म.
There's the same story that is there, right? Uh, over the, here also, like, it's the same. Demeter's Poseidon pursues Demeter, who turned into a mare to avoid him. Poseidon transformed into a stallion and fathered the horse Arion and Nymph. Tesponia with her, okay, Nymph Tesponia. Medusa. Poseidon had affair with Medusa in the Athenians temples, resulting in Medusa's being cursed by Athena. When Medusa was later slain by Perseus, she bore Poseidon's children Pegasus and Cyphrus. Okay, Pegasus was a son of Poseidon. Nice. Trio. Poseidon fell in love with the mortal Trio and fathered Philia and Nicholas. Okay. Okay, that this was important. So this tells you something very similar on the terms of Ashwini Nakshatra. And see, now we have three stories actually. In Egypt mythology, there's a similar story of this thing, converting into a horse and a stallion, again giving birth. Also in the Ashwini Nakshatra, as a Surya iska kahani. And then in Egypt mythology, maybe also we looked into same story. Do you remember which story was that?
हिंदी की तो हमें सारी याद नहीं रह रही है. अब इजिप्ट और ये तो मुश्किल लग रहा है.
ऐसे कैसे काम चलेगा? हिंदी की याद नहीं रह रही है, ऐसा
आएगा,
बोल
ये
देने
भी
से?
आएगा. समय लगेगा.
प्रयत्न ही क्यों लग रहा है? ओके, सो अश्विनी कुमार. Yes, so this was, I think. Yes, the story of Shu and Tefnut, who believed to be the children of Atom, self-created god. In the verse, Atom is associated with setting sun. So it said that Atom brought forth snuff and Tefnut by sneezing. Okay, represented air. Tefnut, take it, sneezing. It's not directly converting into a horse, but it is through sneezing and all those things to the nostrils, basically. So on little bit different terms, but yeah, close it, closer. Okay. ठीक है. Creation wall of Triminator. Oh, we'll skip this part. It's not a very relevant story. I just put it over here because to just know if anything clicks to me. ठीक है, but अभी I will have to look into what is the whole story. Yeah, there is another story that is related to is Jalandhar, right? So Jalandhar is another name for शतभिषा only. ठीक है, so वरुणा का अगर हम जैसे जो नाम देख रहे थे, जलपति, जलेशा, निरेशा, so Jalandhar is also same in terms of this name, somebody who holds the water. ठीक है, so Jalandhar is the name. And Jalandhar is a very prominent, like na, तुमने सुना होगा, he's a very powerful demon, like na, he is very strong. He looks like a Shiva only. ठीक है, so it is said कि like na, uh, at the time, as far as I remember, what was happening was कि sorry, जालंधर का जो जन्म होता है ना, उनकी जो माता होती है, जालंधर की माता होती है, वो बहुत सूर्य देव से बहुत प्रार्थना करती हैं कि उनको लाइक ना शिव जी जैसा बलशाली और शिव से भी ताकतवर पुत्र उनको प्राप्त हो। ठीक है, शिव से तभी ताकतवर पुत्र प्राप्त करने के लिए वो सूर्यदेव से प्रार्थना करती है। एंड शी इज लाइक ना फ्रॉम द राक्षसा कुल एंड ऑल दोस। शी गेट्स इज अ बॉल ऑफ फायर, एंड शी लाइक थिंग्स की सीज दिस बॉल ऑफ फायर, कि व्हाट इज दिस, मैंने आपसे वरदान मांगा है पुत्र का, आप मेरे को ये अग्नि का पिंड दे रहे हो। और फिर देन शी थ्रोज दैट पिंड टू वाटर, ठीक है, वो उसको नदी में फेंक देते हैं। एंड फ्रॉम देयर, जो नदी के अंदर से फिर जो वो पिंड होता है, वो जब ठंडा हो जाता है तो उसमें से जलंधर निकल करके आते हैं। एंड दैट इज व्हाई ही इज नेम्ड एज जलंधर। ठीक है, उस पिंड से जो बच्चा पैदा होता है। एंड सो मदर, ये तो देन लेटर ही लुक्स लाइक अ शिवा एज ही ग्रोज, ही लुक्स लाइक अ शिवा एंड बिकम्स like ना ruler of like ना, he overthrows Indra and like ना all the demon, he becomes the king. And his guru is Shukracharya and like all those things. And then later what happens is it breaks a fight between Shiva, and Shiva and Jalandhar are into battle, and they are fighting with each other, and nobody is able to predict what will happen because Jalandhar was more powerful to Shiva. Shiva fought with him for very long time, and too much too that he was tired. इतना कि at the end it was कि भाई अगर if Jalandhar does not dies in few days, Shiva won't be able to then make it. Like, no, that was like the thing that started to happen. Then what happened was they asked to Brahma ji, like, why is this happening? ठीक है, so every god went to Brahma ji and asked कि why ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है? तो they he said कि भाई जो जलंधर की पत्नी है is actually तुलसी। ठीक है, शी इज तुलसी। एंड तुलसी का जो सत्यत्व है इतना ज्यादा है कि उसकी वजह से उसके पति की मृत्यु नहीं हो सकती। एंड देन व्हाट हैपेंस इज कि विष्णु जी टुक फॉर्म ऑफ लाइक ना took form of Jalandhar, I think, went to Tulsi and he like na reduced that thing of his tapasya, and because of that Jalandhar was able to get killed in that process. And then Tulsi later cursed Vishnu ji to become in the form of a Shaligram, to turn into black and like na unka मुंह काला हो जाए, something like that. Like that, and he cursed to become like a पत्थर, एक काले पत्थर की तरह हो जाएंगे ऐसा। तो इसीलिए फिर वो शालिग्राम के रूप में फिर उनकी पूजा होती है तुलसी के। एंड दैट इज व्हाई फ्रॉम दैट डे आफ्टर तुलसी नेवर टच्ड एनीबॉडी, लाइक ना, इसीलिए बोलते हैं तुलसी जी को छूना नहीं चाहिए। आप तुलसी जी को ऐसे कभी भी मत छुओ, संडे को नहीं छुओ, ऐसा ऐसा डेज बताया जाता है उनके को लेकर के। That is what the story is all about. So definitely there is an angle to enmity with the Adra Nakshatra, you know, and maybe Adra Nakshatra, but maybe some other Nakshatra that would be Shivji's representation. And waterborne, mother का problem होना, ठीक है, mother का problem होना means कि somebody who is maybe born like ना, but was given to somebody else or maybe left by their parents, ऐसा वाला situation आना. So that is what can be understood by this thing. See, Pushya and Punarvasu, Shatabhisha Nakshatra again, Pushya and Punarvasu, Both are in the sixth house. Again, issues of motherlyhood comes into the picture. कि माँ का सुख नहीं मिला, प्रेम नहीं मिला, that is there. And Magha will become that nakshatra of Tulsi, है ना? Of Tulsi as a representation of that power, Shakti of this nakshatra. ठीक है. So one thing और एक previously I talked about this. There's a thing in yoga that is called Jalandhar Bandh. Remember?
हाँ.
ठीक है. So there are three types of main bandh. There one is Mool Bandh, Udaan Bandh, and Jalandhar Bandh. So it's basically a neck lock. ठीक है. So neck lock को बोलते हैं. So Shatabhisha Nakshatra is related to the backbone and the neck cervical region. So anybody, any planet sitting in the Shatabhisha, if it's malefic or a natural malefic, or sitting in the eighth house with some, like, no, even with the moon, sometimes I've seen this people having issues of cervical problems, like na, head related issues
Okay.
comes into the picture. And also Shatabhisha Nakshatra becomes a very prominent thing related to head, सिर से, like na, people having migraine issues, headache issues, or health, क्योंकि see connection है ना, Ashwini and these two nakshatra has an inherent connection. So whatever can happen in Ashwini can also happen in Shatabhisha. ठीक है. So brain, I've seen a lot of time people having Aquarius in the 10th house and planet sitting over there, like in the 10th house, people are like mentally not good performing, or they have some kind of a issue, mental issue. ऐसा situation है. I see Rahu in Shatabhisha in 10th house, people having like mental disorders. So head related issues वो देने में capable Shatabhisha Nakshatra. Clear? So that is what is very prominently linked with this nakshatra. So Jalandhar Bandh, the name suggests. So basically, where you fight between Shiva and Indra and third as all those things. Yeah. Coming back to this chart. So this chart is very important. So let's look into how each nakshatra is actually placed over here. So when we see Shatabhisha nakshatra, what is the 10th house nakshatra? That is the nakshatra of Vishaka. So now we have to understand कि Shatabhisha as a Lagan nakshatra will perform very differently than what Shatabhisha is truly is. ठीक है. क्योंकि हमें शतभिषा को अगर समझना है ढंग से, तो हमें देखना पड़ेगा उसको 10th में डाल करके. ठीक है. उसको 10th में डाल करके. बट शतभिषा एज अ लगन नक्षत्र इज वेरी डिफरेंट, क्योंकि वहां पे विशाखा के क्वालिटीज आ रही हैं. एंड विशाखा की क्वालिटीज इज टोटली डिफरेंट. हाउ इट इज डिफरेंट? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, फर्स्ट थीम ऑफ विशाखा विल बी व्हाट?
Very focused.
Very focused. Okay. And purpose driven, मतलब focus नहीं, purpose.
purpose.
Focus
वही
कहना
मेरा.
is totally different. It's a very purpose driven thing, right? There's a very purpose desire to get something, right? And that is what Aquarius means, right? You want to achieve something, that is what desire is all about. So basically whatever is Aquarius as a desire is not coming from Aquarius, it's coming from Vishakha as a nakshatra, from the 10th house. Then what else Vishakha and the 10th house can give you? See, Kritika was the light. Kritika is light bulb, है ना, वो अग्नि का है, it's like a light bulb. And Vishakha is the totally opposite thing to Kritika, because एक की तरफ में moon exalted है, एक की तरफ में moon debilitated है. Kritika and Vishakha, these are two tangents, right? Similarly, as we talked about like Swati and this thing, Bharni. So Vishakha becomes the hidden thing. See, अगर Kritika is all about light, so Vishakha becomes all about hidden things. ठीक है. And that is why water has this inherent nature of hiddenness, ठीक है, secrecy, all those things up starts coming into picture, ठीक है. And so all the themes of hiding, not telling anybody, being secretive, being spy, or spy also comes into shatabhisha, ठीक है. Spies, जासूसी करते हैं, छुप के रहते हैं, ज्यादा किसी को दिखते नहीं है. All these qualities are there with the Vishaka. Obviously, healing, medicine, yoga. Yoga is very important. Shatabhisha nakshatra is known for meditation. Why? Because the moment you make Shatabhisha 11, by Vishaka आपको 10,000. And we as a nakshatra sequence, we studied yoga and meditation in the Vishaka nakshatra. Right? Vishaka as a union of the two. Right? Is the union, is the larger union of the cosmos. Purva Falguni is the physical union, Prajna Shakti. Vishaka becomes the union for the whole cosmos and the universe. So basically, Shatabhisha Nakshatra gives that Shakti, gives that Shakti. Planet sitting in. So there is two things. Planet sitting in the Shatabhisha Nakshatra can make you actually an alcohol addict or into a yoga. This thing, yogi and meditation, both ways. Because see, with the Shatabhisha, any planet that is going in Shatabhisha planet, there will be lack of that thing in the life. And native will have the inherent desire to always to achieve that thing. है ना, समझो किसी को बहुत बड़ा घर चाहिए तो कहीं ना कहीं उसको घर घटा है ना, घर घटा है. मतलब अगर किसी कोई पैदा ही अंबानी के घर में हुआ तो उसको क्या फर्क पड़ा है इतना डिजायर होने का कि घर चाहिए घर चाहिए, इसलिए कि ठीक है कोई भी घर चाहिए. बट द मोमेंट प्लैनेट सिट्स इन शतभिषा, इट यू फील लैग ऑफ दैट थिंग and you want that thing, you want to have a desire to achieve that thing. So that is where like na ab planets like moon going in shatabhisha, you will feel see problems of alcoholism क्योंकि सोमा चाहिए ना, सोमा is missing, so basically 8th house में तुमको वो मिल रहा है. Then Vishakha, we also looked into astrologists actually over there. Remember Vishakha Nakshatra, I told it's a wheel in the center, and somebody who's sitting in the center can actually see things, two pathways very differently. So that is where Vishakha becomes very important. It's a very Vishakha Nakshatra is Guru's Nakshatra, counseling, consultation, all those things comes from Vishakha, and Shatabhisha also gives that. समझ रहे हो? इसीलिए जुपिटर अगर शतभिषा में है, who is somebody will be very good guide at the same time because he has the Vishakha Shakti as well. ठीक है. So union, either it will be in the form of like na to be blissed out, to is also a theme. तो अल्कोहल एडिक्शन भी दे सकता है, डिप्रेशन भी दे सकता है, प्रॉब्लम्स भी दे सकता है, बट एट द सेम टाइम इट कैन गिव यू मेडिटेशन, योगा, spirituality also. So there are two, like if you understand, first pada will be this, second pada will be this, the fourth pada will be sitting into Anuradha, and the fourth pada and the like the third, fourth pada will be actually prominently where the problematic side of the Shatabhisha comes into picture. Why? Because the fourth pada is the moon's debilitation pada, right? Moon's debilitation pada is fourth pada. And then Anuradha first pada also becomes very prominently. So Anuradha is about that longingness for Krishna, that crying, that this thing of never getting like na Krishna. जो राधा जी का मैं तुमको बता रहा था कि how she is like she is into pain and desire to be with Krishna. So that is where the desire part comes into like the picture, to longing for something, that is what is coming from Anuradha Nakshatra, which is making the desire of Aquarius Lagan. Okay, so don't look at these two padas of the Nishta because this is not Aquarius part. Aquarius starts from here. That is when the Anuradha Nakshatra starts coming into top of the head. So Anuradha is basically the desire, that the longing जो हम लोग उस टाइम पे पढ़ रहे थे ना कि किसी को पाने की, किसी को चाह की, कि किसी की याद में या किसी की पीड़ा में ही आनंद आने लग जाए. All those things now come down to becomes as a desire. कि घटा क्या है ना, क्या चाहिए. All those things come. And Vishwamitra was also right na. Anuradha is also related to Vishwamitra. And Vishwamitra was how he was craving for Nandini, right? Craving for that bull, like na having that Nandini cow, काय पहले, फिर या फिर to become a Brahma Rishi or to become something. So anything that is sitting in the Anuradha Nakshatra is creating the desire. Or maybe any planet that is sitting in the Shatabhisha region will become thing to achieve or desire for. समझ रहे हो? This is very important to understand कि how the nakshatra that we understood before are now making sense over here as a Shatavisha wise. So yes, alcoholism, depression, मेंटल में चले जाना, मेंटल इश्यूज हो जाना, वो सारी चीजें भी पॉसिबल हैं शतभिषा नक्षत्र के साथ में. एंड दीज आर ऑल कमिंग. अब नाउ यू अंडरस्टैंड ना, ये किसी का तुम जुपिटर देख लो यहाँ पे अनुराधा में, और तुम किसी का मून देखो शतभिषा में, ठीक है, तुमने देखा जुपिटर इन अनुराधा, मून इन शतभिषा. अब क्या तुम उसको अल्कोहलिज्म का प्रॉब्लम बोलोगे, ड्रग एडिक्ट का प्रॉब्लम बोलोगे? नहीं बोलोगे ना, क्योंकि वहां जो मेन सोर्स है उसका वो बैठा है जुपिटर. अब तुमने किसी का देखा, किसी का तुमने देखा कि केतु बैठा है अनुराधा में या विशाखा के अंदर, एंड यू आर सीइंग मून इन द लगन, नाउ इट विल बी अ वेरी सीरियस इशू, राइट? बिकॉज और प्रॉब्लमेटिक हो रहा है वो चीज, और ज्यादा इशू बन जा रहा है वो चीज का, राइट? देयर इज मोर दिस थिंग. राहु इन विशाखा है, and then you are seeing moon in Shatavisha, then it is all again more serious thing. समझ रहे हो? मकरी है, वीनस है, जुपिटर है, all those good planets, then it's a okay thing, that's not a very much problem. ठीक है? So it's very important to understand कि where is this coming from. ठीक है? तो शतभिषा नक्षत्र, people like ना into healing, medicines, all those things comes into picture. Ayurveda, yoga, medicine, तो बता ही दिया विशाखा की वजह से. All those comes into picture, and the Anuradha part becomes a very huge desire to achieve something, get something, right now. That is what is making you drive. That is why Shatabhisha also becomes a very passion thing, like ना कि जो आप जिसके पीछे दीवाने हो, obsessed जिसे बोलते हैं, obsessive behavior जिसे बोलते हैं, all those things comes into picture. Vishakha की वजह से you will also have the secrecy part, right? This is all 8 number. Secrecy part is important. Spice will be there. Kritika is the angle for the light thing. So darkness thing all will be represented by Vishakha and Anuradha. Clear है? ठीक है. Then we have got what? We have got Purva Shada in the 11th house and Mula in the 11th house. So Mula energy was very prominently linked with Dhanishta. धनिष्ठा में हम लोग देख रहे हैं ना, अपावर्णी, सॉरी अपावर्णी कह रहा हूँ, धनिष्ठा के अंदर ये आरण्य शक्ति है ना, was to the Mula. ठीक है? So basically destroy, destruct and remove everything like that. And then we had Purva Shada. ठीक है? Purva Shada में is the waters, is the actual waters. ठीक है? And those Shakti are coming into Shatabhisha also now. Purva Shada की शक्ति क्या थी? पूर्व षाढ़ा की शक्ति क्या थी?
वर्चा ग्रहण शक्ति, पावर टू एनर्जाइज.
Yes, power to energize. So Shatavisha already has that power to energize. ठीक है? Motivators, energizers. Energizes basically is healing also, right? Somebody is getting energized who was depressed is getting healed also. So that is also a part of this nakshatra. But more prominently that will come in the 10th house में वो आने लग जाएगा. But it starts from here, Shatavisha. ठीक है? But पूर्वा shadow was जल देवी, जल का उनका भी रोल इसमें है. सो ये 11th का कॉन्सेप्ट तुमको देखने को यहाँ पे देखने को मिलता है. ठीक है? स्पेशली मूविंग फर्दर डाउन द लिस्ट. Then what is not there? What is not there over here? One thing that is not there is Punarvasu and Pushya, right? Motherly thing is not there. Mothers related. So anybody, if you see moon in Shatabhisha, you already know Cancer से तो अष्टम है ना. So either mother was not available, or mother was health was not good to take care of, or mother was too busy with the other sibling and not giving much care to this guy. हो सकता है कि नहीं? That is in it. अब यहीं पे तुम देख लो कि किसी का प्लैनेट कोई बैठा है पुनर्वसु पुष्य में, so it will bring back that qualities, right? It will bring back everything through that planet blessing. But if Saturn, Ketu sits in Pushya and Punarvasu, then it's a confirmation, right? Then it's a confirmation कि भाई वो तो गया. Moon sitting in Shatabhisha and planet Ketu and Mars and this thing Saturn sitting in the Punarvasu Pushya, mother को कुछ तो issue है, major issue है, right? The right from Shravana and Shatabhisha, these two nakshatra becomes very prominently somebody you can think of कि okay mother से related कुछ तो है, ठीक है? Not Dhanishta you know, remember Ganga. So Ganga was there for Bhishma, but after age of 15 she left, like, as a part. So she did her duty. So after some age she left. That was also Dhanishta. So Shavna, Dhanishta, Shatabhisha, all three nakshatras have something to with their mother thing. And obviously the karma will also come around this Punarvasu Pushya thing. Okay. So Punarvasu Pushya as a will become also the pending karma. So a lot of people into like na Pushya things like na hotel business, take care centers. Finally it comes down to hospitals, right? Healing centers, hospitals, rejuvenation centers, all those things are start to come to see into the form of Pushya and Punarvasu Nakshatra. So all those people who are working into, I've seen a lot of people into ashrams also. I don't know why. Ashram में काम करता है शतभिषा नक्षत्र. ठीक है. So that is there. Now what else? What else is there? Shatabhisha के opposite you are seeing is the Magha. So as Shatabhisha is rising, Magha is setting. Right? Magha is setting now. So what all things Magha represented?
मगा तो सिंहासन है, थ्रोन
Uh,
एंड एंसेस्टर्स हैं,
Yeah.
पावर,
mm-hmm. Or
Fame.
what else?
Fame.
Is it the fame was not coming from Magha? You have to यही तो मैं समझाना चाहता हूँ. Fame was through Kritika. It was because it was in the 10th house. So Magha itself does not has the fame. You have to be very clear. So what was there in Magha? Remember genetics, genetic memory, and all those things.
हाँ 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 हाँ,
वो सब बातें हैं. ठीक है, ancestry, parental this thing. So Shatavisha becomes the opposite of that thing.
तो एंसेस्ट्री
So
का इशू है.
this Singhasan is all when you have a land.
हाँ,
But Shatavisha में तो land ही नहीं है. It's all waters. That is why there is no Singhasan thing. There is no top position water as an ocean thing, and that is why there is a lot of you think you understand that a lot of region of the ocean is like not ruled by any country actually, and they cannot even afford to rule it. We may say that okay, this region is Indian Ocean or this region is like na this ocean, but actually, if it comes to a point where there is a war, you cannot protect a sea thing. You cannot actually. It's so large. It's so large. Okay. So Shatabisha Nakshatra. So Singhasan is to be ruled in a land, but Shatabisha does not has that anything. And also, there is no concept of somewhere missing ancestry, nobody knowing who they are, where they are from. Okay, so somebody like all those people who travel from the native land, ठीक है, अपने देश को छोड़ के दूसरे जगह देश चले जाते हैं, so they disconnect from their ancestry. समझ रहे हो? सो ये तुमको राहु के सारे थीम में है. मतलब आद्रा में भी यही था कि कौन पिता है कौन माता है शिव जी का नहीं पता है. स्वाति में भी अगेन इट वाज वेरी अवे फ्रॉम द इक्लिप्टिक. ठीक है, दैट वाज आल्सो देयर. देन अगेन शतभिषा में वही थीम तुमको देखने को मिलती है. सो ऑल थ्री राहु नक्षत्र ब्रिंग्स द सेम पिक्चर, इज टू migrate from the origin land, is to be away from the ancestry, away from their motherland. All those things start coming into picture. ठीक है, so that is very important with the Magha thing. And also they will never get a position like as a king. Obviously तुम सोचो ना कि this is highly unlikely for somebody who originated in India to get like na outside and like na very what to say, people would accept them as their like na king and or queen. It's very unlike, people won't accept, people accept like na, just right now this Rishi Sunak, he has become the president, but all the UK people, they hate it. They hate it. If it was voluntary chosen like not through democratic process, he won't be, would become like a president or prime minister. Is it called prime minister over there or president? What they call it?
Prime Minister is the UK
Prime
Prime.
minister. Yes. So that is where ancestry is very important. Like, na, if there was a democratic process, people would have never chosen him. It's by his luck and all those things, he has become the prime minister of another country. That is where this ancestry themes are very linked with the this thing process of maga, and that is where, so जो भी तुमको विरासत में ना मिलेगा, विरासत में ना मिलेगा वो शतविषं से मिलेगा. समझो कि Magha represent all those things that is Magha and Purva Falguni will be like all the ancestry things that you have got. Remember Purva Punya एक तरफ Magha नहीं Purva Falguni is Purva Punya. ठीक है, the wealth and all those things that you are getting as a predestined thing, and the Magha becomes the ancestry genetics and all those things that you are getting as a what to say bodily things. मतलब आपके nose कैसे हैं, आपके features कैसे हैं, all those things you are getting through it. एंड शतभिषा बिकम्स कि मुझे जो जो चीजें अपने एंसेस्टर से नहीं प्राप्त होंगी, वो क्वालिटीज तुमको शतभिषा की हैं. तो जो स्वयं, जैसे अब तुम विश्वामित्र की स्टोरी देखोगे तो इन इन दैट केस ही डिड नॉट, he got the whole kingdom of Madhoya, but he did not got that Nandini. So all his life he is running after what? Nandini. Left the kingdom, everything that he has got. So that is also a very important theme कि भाई जो नहीं प्राप्त होता है ना, फिर उसी के पीछे दौड़ चालू होती है. जो मिला है उसका कोई वैल्यू नहीं होता लोगों को. सो दैट इज व्हाट इज दिस थिंग ऑफ शतभिषा एंड मगध. तो शतभिषा में जो भी प्लैनेट जा रहा है, अब इसका मतलब है कि उसका वो आपको प्राप्त नहीं हुआ होगा पहले से, आप उसको आगे चल करके प्राप्त करेंगे, उसकी डिजायर रहेगी प्राप्त करने की, उसके पीछे आप जाएंगे, भागेंगे. राइट, दैट दैट इज व्हाट सम्स टू शतभिषा. व्हाट एल्स? So Vishakha as a nakshatra wise, you see moon's debilitation point, or Kritika is the nakshatra is the moon's exaltation point. So this is a parallelism of ahankar and unanimous thing. समझना इस बात को. कृतिका brings that individuality कि मैं हूं, ये मैंने किया, ये मेरा घर है, ये मैं हूं. और विशाखा में it's about union. You become united with the whole cosmos and all those themes comes into picture. So अहंकार मर जाता है. So Shatabhisha as a nakshatra becomes a very people's person, like na, who is very common person, like na, who is very friendly person, who understands you, who understands everybody, and who is like friendly, and he is not egoistic like in doing so. मतलब उसको बहुत ज्यादा ईगो भी नहीं है इस चीज का. And he wants to take everybody together and want to be with everybody together. It does not matter if it's a poor guy or a rich guy, right? He's like with everybody same, similar. And Kritika, but wherever like na Magha log people will have prominent Kritika and Magha Purva like ये मैं तो इससे बात नहीं करती, मैं तो उफ, these culturally low people, all those things will start coming into picture. But Shatabhisha does not have that. Okay, so there is a different parallelism that is there with Shatabhisha natives is कि there are very friendly, very lovable people who like na understand everybody as a equally, and that is where like na understand when I was talking about Vishakha, I also talked about psychology and empathy. So people, Shatabhisha people are very good in that. They are very good in understanding psychology. Like na they understand people, how their mind will work. And that is where Shatabhisha becomes somebody who has also mastered their mind also. Mastered their mind मतलब तो उनको मालूम है कि उनका माइंड कैसा बिहेव करता है. समझना, कृतिका मून जितना स्ट्रांग ज्यादा हो जाएगा, वैसा व्यक्ति उतना माइंड को कंट्रोल नहीं कर पाएगा, माइंड उसको चलाता है। एंड दैट इज वेयर मन मर गया, मतलब मन मर गया इन द सेंस विशाखा इज द रीजन दैट इज मन मारया, somebody who has like na controlled his mind, and his mind is not wavering. That is what meditation means, right? Your mind is not chippering now, you are very silent and very peaceful. So that is where shatabisha is important. No ego, no this thing, but still there is a desire. अभी अभी विशाखा हुआ है कॉन्कर, लेकिन अनुराधा तो बचा है ना, desire is still there. ठीक है, so but there is still Vishakha got getting conquered is there is no uh, moonly desires like na food, sex, sleep, all those things you have conquered and start to coming out of that. Or in the work, in the opposite scenario, if Vishakha is not well placed, or Vishakha is not good, then you will have the opposite thing, like na you're totally dripping into this thing, going into the other side of the Shatavisha Nakshatra. समझ रहे हो? So that is very important. Then the other thing is that Uttara Falguni नीचे जाता है. What is the Shakti of Uttara Falguni?
रिपेयर की शक्ति है।
कहीं की शक्ति?
अरे नक्षत्र ऑफ रिपेयर है ना ये,
Or that is
चयनी
repair, but
शक्ति है,
what?
पावर ऑफ वेल्थ अक्यूमुलेशन थ्रू मैरिज।
Yes. So Chayani Shakti. Shakti is basically power to pick and choose also, right? Pick and choose. Also, if you remember, Uttara Falguni Nakshatra is the nakshatra related to Aryaman. ठीक है, Aryaman से related nakshatra. And Aryaman is a representation of Arya, means somebody who is very noble, very prestigious, who is very loyal also. ठीक है,
क्लोज
और
फ्रेंड
उत्तरा
बताया
फाल्गुनी
था आपने।
क्लोज फ्रेंड भी बताया था, यस करेक्ट. So that is what all qualities of like na Uttara Falguni as the Aryaman. Now you have to understand कि Aryaman is in symbolism of it is said कि Aryaman is invoked when you are doing a rituals of marriage. जब मैरिटल रिचुअल्स करते हैं ना, सो उस टाइम पे हम लोग आर्यमन को बुलाते हैं. सो बेसिकली आर्यमन इज द रिप्रेजेंटेशन ऑफ मैरिटल कह लो लीगल बॉन्डिंग थी. एंड शतभिषा में वो नहीं हो. सो शतभिषा इज टोटली अपोजिट टू लीगल बॉन्डिंग. ही डज नॉट वांट्स टू गेट लाइक ना bounded in some kind of a mutual understanding or something like that. समझ रहे हो? So Venus going in Shatabhisha Nakshatra. So native wants to be in a living relationship but does not want to get married. मतलब वो लीगली कमिट नहीं करना चाहते. समझ रहे हो? और वीनस हैविंग उत्तरा फाल्गुनी सब इज लाइक कि पहले शादी करेंगे फिर बात करना शुरू करेंगे, पहले सगाई करेंगे फिर बात करेंगे, अभी गर्लफ्रेंड बॉयफ्रेंड का सिस्टम नहीं चाहिए. शतभिषा इज वीनस का विल बी टोटली अपोजिट. इट्स लाइक कि पहले तो बॉयफ्रेंड बनाऊंगा, लिविंग में 6 साल रहूंगा, उसके बाद सोचेंगे. दैट्स हाउ द ऑपोजिट पोलैरिटी वर्क्स इनटू दिस थिंग. ठीक है, नॉट बाउंडेड बाय लीगल. इसीलिए शतभिषा नक्षत्र अगेन द थीम्स ऑफ हिडननेस comes into picture. Or to keep things hidden, you don't want to bring things on the light. ठीक है, so hidden relationship, hidden marriages, hidden things, all those things starts to come into this nakshatra very prominently. Spies also, as I mentioned before. So जो भी छुप छुपा के हो, चोरी छुपे हो, वो सारी थीम्स तुमको शतभिषा के अंदर देखने को मिलेंगी. समझ रहे? दैट इज हाउ उत्तरा फल्गुनी एंड शतभिषा का. सो धर्म का पालन न करना, ऑब्वियसली राहु नक्षत्र, स्वाति इन द 9th हाउस. स्वाति इन द 9th हाउस धर्म के विरुद्ध. स्वाति मीन्स व्हाट? यू आर वेरी ऑपोजिट, वेरी ओपन, वेरी लाइक ना हियर एंड देयर. तो शतभिषा नक्षत्र यू विल सी पीपल लाइक ना इंटरेस्टेड इनटू एथिज्म, जूडिज्म, बुद्धिज्म. मतलब उसने सब घाट का पानी पिया है. आता कोई परफेक्टली एक भी फॉलो नहीं करता, लेकिन जानता सबके बारे में. इट्स लाइक दैट. That's what Swati represents. Swati is Vayu. अब वो धर्म के क्षेत्र में जाएगा, 9th हाउस में जाएगा, तो he's like Vayu. He just keep on moving, not very committed, not very this thing, unbounded. He just he wants to be free. Like ना, understand the mentality. The ninth house represents your brain, your thinking ability, your like na this thing. And over there's a Vayu thing. So you're not very fixed to anything. You're just open to everything. कि बोले हाँ भाई ये लाइक ना ये पार्टी हो रही है, ये करते हैं, बिल्कुल हाँ करते हैं, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, कर लो, कोई भी दिक्कत नहीं है ना. एंड वेदर इट इज ड्रिंक्स और पार्टीज एंड देयर लाइक हाँ ठीक है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, इवन दो आई एम अ ब्राह्मण, born brahman, something like that. See, this thing of I'm a brahman, I'm a kshatriya, I'm a vaishya, all these things, doesn't it tells you something related to your ancestry, your magha, है ना. ये सब तो तुम्हारे मघा को इम्प्रूव करता है कि भाई मैं क्षत्रिय हूँ, मैं ब्राह्मण हूँ, मैं ये कुछ नहीं कर सकता. एंड द मोमेंट यू रीच शतवेशा, इट इज लाइक कि ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं, वी कैन डू एनीथिंग, दैट्स ओके. So the farther away from your ancestry you goes, is the all the dimension of Shatabhisha rise. Understood the angle of the Swati sitting in the ninth house themes. Like na, the Shatabhisha native would love to travel, love to do flight travels, airplane like na flight travels, air travels. People who do like na paragliding thing, all those stuff. Dhanishta and Shatabhisha natives are will be the one who will be doing like na paragliding and all those stuff. Like ना risky things जो करते हैं. अब definitely this will happen because it will just then start happening in the 10th house, Dhanishta and Shatabhisha. But their mentality is to do power gliding, like ना air, वो जो क्या बोलते हैं उसको, जो बलून सा होता है, हॉट एयर बलून, वो सब कराने वाले लोग, वैसा भी सब चीजें कराते हो. So Dhanishta and Shatabhisha, all those things are riskier, right? So all these natives only will be doing those stuff. Traveling will be very important theme for Shatabhisha natives. They want to travel the world. like ना इनके लिए तो फॉरेन लैंड्स कब जाएंगे सर. मतलब पहला कंसल्टेशन शुरू करोगे एंड यू सी प्लैनेट्स, वन प्लैनेट, टू प्लैनेट इन स्वाति, सर फॉरेन लैंड्स कब जाएंगे, ये क्वेश्चन. दैट इज वेरी ऑब्वियस थिंग दैट इज कमिंग to the Swati in the ninth house. They want to travel long distance, this thing. ठीक है. Then we have got what? Purvashada is the power to energize. So a lot of energy nakshatra, like as a Shatabhisha itself, like ना is a very different. मतलब अभी जो तो हमने जो बातें करी वो शतभिषा के अंदर जो क्वालिटीज दूसरों नक्षत्रों के प्लेसमेंट की वजह से आती है. व्हेन यू कीप शतभिषा इन द 10th हाउस, सो शतभिषा गिव्स यू वेरी पावरफुल 100 हीलर्स, मतलब 100 हाथियों का बल होना, वैसा भी बताते हैं. इट्स वेरी स्ट्रांग, वेरी पावरफुल एज अ स्ट्रेंथ वाइज, बिकॉज वी हैव गॉट द एनर्जी ऑफ पूर्वाषाढ़ा. Purvashada is the nakshatra where Mars gets born, is the birth nakshatra of Mars. So a lot of strength is there in the Shatabhisha as well. But this will all come when Aries gets risen. Like, na, whenever Shatabhisha goes in the 11th house and Purvashada in the 9th house, all three circuit will be getting completed in this way. But inherently, Shatabhisha also becomes very powerful in terms of energy. So a lot of energetic sports people, energy people, you will see in Shatabhisha natives as well. Like, very physically active people. Like na, Shatabhisha native I've seen is thin people, not very fat, पतले दुबले से होंगे, and they are like into marathon running, some physical this thing, training thing, paragliding, swimming, something like those. Swimming, especially swimming, water sports they love. Like na, doing water sports, living nearby a water thing is very keen to for them. Obviously, Varuna, like na, they need to be. If you see very prominent planet in Shatabhisha, tell them not to drink alcohol and to stay near to an ocean or a coastal region. Their life will be solved. क्योंकि वो एनर्जी वो स्टेबलाइज हो रही है उनके अंदर. क्लियर है, right? So that is what, and Moola energy is also there, right? Moola energy is very what to say. Moola as a self energy, they will not let you rise. So Shatabhisha actually gives you a lot of very insecurities also, right? शतभिषा भाई प्लैनेट, भाई तुमको अगर कोई चीज पानी है तो उसके लिए तुम्हारा बहुत वो भी हो जाए, जो दूसरे को मिलती है तो तुमको जलन भी काफी होती है. So that is also a theme of Shatabhisha, like now getting very jealousy issues, and all those things start coming into picture with Moola being in 11th house. Then the symbolism you understand is a loop. Is the
गोल
loop
चक्कर.
Gol Chakra? Yes. Is a circular ornament or circular thing. Circular thing. Remember, we also had a circular object related to one more nakshatra, and that was Jeshta. Jeshta was the one who had circular earrings, ornaments, all those things related to Jeshta nakshatra. Okay, and Shatabhisha nakshatra as well is related to circle. It's a loop. It's a loop thing. So, yep. So Shatabhisha actually कैसा समझाएं? See, look Ashlesha. Ashlesha going in 6th house. Shatabhisha getting rising. 11th house में is Moola. Moola is also known as Asarpa. ठीक है, असर्पा भी बोलते हैं इसको. Ashlesha is the nakshatra of Nagas. So that is why, like na, you see Rahu becomes this loop thing कि बार बार एक ही चीज में आप फंस जाएं जहां पे आपके वैसा वाला. वो जो सांप सीढ़ी का सांप होता है जो 99 वाला होता है ना, वो ये है शतभिषा. जहां पे आप आ करके उसी सांप से कटते हो और 99 से सीधा 10 पे पहुंच जाते हो. दैट टाइप ऑफ थिंग. And that is why it is addiction, right? Addiction is same thing. Like you every time you think नहीं नहीं मैं नहीं करूंगा ये, इस बार तो पक्का नहीं करूंगा, and the next thing that you know you are doing the same thing. The loop thing.
सेम एग्जांपल आपने दिया था जब आप एक्वेरियस पढ़ा रहे थे,
Aquarius पढ़ा थे, correct?
क्योंकि इट इज 6th from 6th and 12th from 12th.
Yes.
Yes.
Something that you see, Kritika, maybe I may have portrayed it like a egoistic or something like that, but Kritika also give you control, like ना control over this thing. So, but Vishakha में बहुत ज़्यादा control भी नहीं हो पाता है. So that is where you are again going into falling into depression cycles and you are not able to come out of it. So that is where you see na this all those pujas done for Nagas. Why? Because you are doing a remedy of the 6th house. So basically, it's the Shatabhisha whom to be blamed for all this is because of this repetitive nature that is going, and we are worshipping Nagas to get out of that repetitive nature, that repetitive pattern of maybe addiction or maybe this thing of like na whatever, like you are into food addiction. Any planet that sits over there may cause you addiction. Better or worse, anything. Like now, if Saturn is there in the Shatabhisha, you will be addicted to your work. Like now, maybe in a work you are trying to do something in that same format, but you are failing again and again. Okay, becoming in a loop. And when you say loop, doesn't it sound like Punarvasu? Doing things on repeat. See, I told you 6th nakshatra. Like the nakshatra sitting in the 6th house is what we have actually like na learned as a Rashi thing also. Redoing things again and again. Okay, so that is what is important to understand over here. Shatabhisha and Ashlesha. So इसीलिए राहु का हर पूजा पाठ में नागों का पूजा होता है. Nag are where there are two places. Rohini is also like na snake thing, and Ashlesha is also Nagas. Okay. So both we are trying to suppress that part, suppress that energy, and basically Rohini ka puja karke basically we are empowering Makha and Purva Falguni, all those regions more prominently. Yeah, Uttara Falguni region maybe strengthening, like this way. We are trying to do that. ठीक है, ठीक है, तो आज के लिए इतना ही करते हैं. विल सी फर्दर व्हाट इज देयर in the next lecture.